What is up? Happy New Year. We get into the Weaver Prelude and a lot more on the first JJF of 2024. First off, give a thank you to Tim and Renee for hosting on Christmas. Everything was great. It was awesome to see everybody. And then Baggy celebrated a birthday, his 13th birthday on New Year's Eve. So Baggy's now going to be a moody teenager running around the house. And then 2024 Keep It Up kicks off with Stan. Known Stan for like 10 years now. He's out in Chicago, and he's become an art dealer. What turned into a little bit of some eBay sales for comic books is now a legitimate thing for him. So check it out if you're into any of that kind of stuff. And I think the most thing I appreciate out of Stan's is that typically if you'd see almost like a comic dealer, just had some run-ins with them just in years of being into comic books and going to conventions and things, of just how they're into it for the cash and the money. And that is a big part of it. But I think what I appreciate about Stan is that he gets into a lot of the things that deal with the story of the character, the history of the artist, the significance of the issue, and why it would be a good investment. Got his all of his socials there, so great job, Stan, man, and just keep all that stuff up. And Stan also helped me with some of the Polish on for the Covert Thaw. I'll get into that a little bit later, but thank you, Stan. Viewer mailbag is going to go out to Rob at Habib Fitness, my personal trainer. So he gave me a shout on Instagram for my progress, some week one pictures versus current stuff. So thank you, Rob, for that. Looking forward to keep this thing going, man. Saw so many awesome movies over the break. We'll start out with some of the 8s. I also saw a few 9s and then a very rare 10. So I'll get into that. I saw big ones: Hacksaw Ridge, Running Man, the original 1954 Godzilla, and a movie from Spain called Talk to Her, Dead Poet Society, and Patton. The new 9s for me, these guys were the 9s: Mission Impossible Fallout, Ford v Ferrari, 10 Commandments, The Manchurian Candidate, and The Fugitive. And then my newest 10 was a Deer Hunter. Wow. Performance updates, kind of where I was over the last weekend with the Covert Thaw filming as a Bday, the Polish mob boss. I didn't get really out of picture. There was someone taking plenty of stills and plenty of BTS there. So if they share it with me, I'll put it out there. But there's a couple scenes I have with the layer and a couple of the actors and Austin, the director there, and the girl that did hair and makeup fired a gun. They said, "Are you cool with firing a gun?" I said, "What kind?" And it was that kind. It was 5 rounds, man. There's a lot of trust, I guess, in that room. So I've never fired a gun before, and I can't say that anymore because now I have, and it's on screen, it's on tape. So we'll see that eventually in the trailer. Looking forward to really showing what was done there. They did a fantastic job. The location was ridiculous in Westchester, and we had a great time. I wish all those guys best of luck. Nothing back from HBO in terms of the new Mark Ruffalo show, but I did get cast as the lead in the program. Remember a few weeks ago, I talked about the audition at the hotel. Their biggest guys is Wiseman Productions. They're big into Tubi. They have a big following on Tubi, so I'm anxious to hear more. But it will be filming this spring. I'm not sure the release date, but right here in the South Baltimore area, they'll be filming, and it's called Programmed from Wiseman Productions. And then with the Weaver Prelude is called Will Rage Bite. The anagram for the Weaver Prelude is Will Rage Bite, and it will be Ashland's debut for story credit. Ashland will get credit for the story, and Dylan's his formal directorial debut. So we're gonna film that next Friday and kind of mash it in with some of the shots we took at Comic-Con in September, and then probably look for a February release. And it's all going to be done by Dylan, and they're going to take it. I'll probably do maybe like the credit sequence and give them the music and things, but yeah, they're gonna shoot the rest. Story by Ashland, and then this will be the first Prelude that I've never seen before. Before we get into that, I just wanted to show you that my full costume came for the July playing the part of the Charon. He is the basically the usher who leads people into hell down the river Styx. And what will I be wearing? Remember, this is the nudity one where the 3 actors that are with me are going to be all nude the entire show. But I get to usher them in to their personal hell with this mask, my whip, and that, my whole body. You say, Jeff, can you just give us maybe like a costume test or shoot? No. This is a paid show. If you want to see me wearing that with a whip, you gotta pay in July. All right. No, seriously. And then now to news. The Weaver Prelude. This is the formal directorial debut of Dylan. And just to reiterate, this is the first Prelude that I've never seen. So when it premieres on the premiere date, I'll just be like every other viewer and be completely into. I mean, I don't know how the story ends and everything, but in terms of seeing it play out, this will be the first time I've ever seen a Prelude chopped together. But check out the poster. This is the new poster for it. Going deep into it, so you can kind of see Weaver coming up into a W, but at the same time, it's fangs. So if you look into it a little bit, it almost looks like it's like teeth, like Will Rage Bite. She's coming up after you, so her feet are grinding into the system of the escalator. You know, it was a very chomping, coming to get you kind of look we're going for there, because she's that sass to her, so she's a little bit of she's gonna kind of, I will bite if you piss me off kind of thing. So yeah, I'm excited for that. We're shooting it on the 12th and then premiere shortly after, and that's gonna be general news from here until February. So February is the release of the YouTube link of the movie. So we'll have it by, let's just say, Valentine's Day, the second version of the rough cut, and then we'll send it out to more people. I would say watch it within 2 to 3 days, because we need the feedback almost immediately. So if you get a link, I would request that you watch it almost immediately to supply, just because I move that fast, and then 2, it's gonna need that extra time to go. So I wouldn't be able to say, like, give me it within a week or 2. It would have to be pretty instant, that if you get the link, you watch the movie almost immediately. And that's February. So, and then March, by mid-March, I'd like to have the final picture lock done, and then have that picture lock screened at a post-production meeting in March, to kind of, here's the movie, here's what it's going to be, just need to add some polish, some music, and some extra sound effects, and that's in unison. And then collectively, we'd go over what opening night is going to look like, with the glitz and the glamour, and it feels fucking awesome that we're even talking about that now that we can officially say that's just 4 months away. But yeah, everything at March would be involved with getting up to that moment. And later this month, meeting with Dennis and their social manager, Checker Spot, to really get them on board with the push of it for Memorial Day weekend, and then just really start honing in on making this final version of In Unison as beautiful as possible, and just let's ride this wave together. But yeah, it just feels amazing that we've got to the point where we're talking about that, where we can almost put a number to it to say this is In Unison, just now, just 4 months away from premiering, and it's just going to be a completely different energy we'll all have after that. So happy New Year, everybody, and I will see you next week.